Five persons shot at a gospel concert in Manchester, while police is asking people to slow down on the roads to lower crashes. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The police are encouraging motorists to remain within the speed limit in order to lower the risk of getting involved in crashes. The appeal comes as five people, including a police corporal, died in a fatal crash over a 72-hour period in St. Anne. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Mackenzie, commanding officer for the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, is imploring motorists to cut their speed. Taking personal responsibility and driving according to the rules of the road are crucial to securing one's safety on the road, he stressed. He said a number of motorists have been found to be driving while impaired, having been tested and are proven to be driving with excess alcohol on their breath. He is also encouraging motorists not to drive while exhausted, advising them to even stop and rest at conveniently located police stations before resuming their journey. The Jamaica Consular Force is once again requesting those who make hoax calls to emergency lines to stop. Superintendent of Police Senior Superintendent Lindsay, head of the JCF's Corporate Communications Unit, stated at a recent GIS think tank that prank calls prevent those who need help from connecting. Despite a solid system, she claims that hundreds of fake calls are made each year, especially during the holidays, and she's encouraging parents to talk to their children about the terrible consequences of making scam calls to 119, adding that the minutes that the circuit is down might make the difference between life and death for another family. Ms. Lindsay went on to suggest that criminals frequently make fake calls to strain the resources of law enforcement as well. An investigation is now being carried out to determine whether a gun seized along the Southern Coastal Highway on Tuesday morning is connected to an earlier shooting in Cane River in the Kingston Eastern Police Division. The Jamaica Consular Force Corporate Communications Unit said the weapon, an Arcus 9mm pistol with 2 rounds, was seen when a police team intercepted a Toyota Probox motor car along the Harbour View, St. Andrew to Yellow, St. Thomas leg of the highway. 6 persons, including a foreign national, were arrested in connection with the seizure. An off-duty police officer shot and killed a man in Sheffield, Westmoreland on Christmas Day. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Omar Brown from the community. Reports from the police are that the off-duty cop was at his home standing at his gate shortly after 10 p.m. when he heard loud explosions sounding like gunshots some meters away from where he was standing. And it's alleged that the cop then saw Brown running towards him with a firearm in his hand and ordered the now deceased to drop the weapon. Brown allegedly did not comply and then pointed the gun at the officer. According to the police, the off-duty cop, in fear of his life, pulled his licensed Glock pistol and fired in the direction of Brown, hitting the gunman, who then fell to the ground holding onto a black firearm. The firearm was therefore seized and found to be a Taurus GC3 pistol with serial number erased and loaded with a magazine with 3 live rounds. The police were summoned and the now deceased was seen lying on his back with gunshot wounds to the head and abdomen. He was later transported by the police to the Savlamar Public General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A fisherman was shot dead at a bar in retreat in Little Northern in Westmoreland Boxing Day as well. He has been identified as 33-year-old Jemar Rankin of the community. Reports from the police are that Rankin was involved in a physical altercation with a man at a bar at 12:30 a.m., shortly after which loud explosions sounding like gunshots were heard. The now deceased was seen running from the bar along the roadway and subsequently collapsed. Rankin was found suffering from a gunshot wound to the chest, and he was assisted to the Savlamar Public General Hospital by residents, but he was pronounced dead on arrival. Police data now shows that as of December 16, 113 persons have been killed in the parish compared to 139 during the corresponding period in 2022, and investigations are now ongoing. 5 people, including a woman, were shot during an incident at a gospel concert in Christiana in Manchester last night. The event, which occurred soon after 11 p.m., was described as an unprovoked and senseless act by Manchester Police Superintendent Shane McCullough. She said it's a yearly event that is always peaceful and fun. And according to reports, 2 men on a motorbike rode up minutes before 11 p.m. and opened fire indiscriminately on people standing outside the venue. 5 people were rushed to hospital, where they have been admitted in stable condition. On to sports. Premier League resumes today as former champions Annette Gardens FC will host current title holders Mount Pleasant this evening, and a win could cut Mount Pleasant lead down to 1 point. Mount Pleasant, after 10 games, lead the table with 22 points, while Arnett are second on 18 points after 9 matches. Arnett had a 2-0 win in their last game against Humble Lions at Effortsville in Clarendon last Sunday, while Mount Pleasant also had a 2-0 win over Treasure Beach. And this game is set to kick off at 7 p.m. at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. The earlier kickoff will see Mullines United, who are 13th in the table, face 10th place Montego Bay United. Both teams are coming off losses, with Mullines going down 1-0 to Tivoli and Moby going down 2-1 to Dunbeholden last Sunday. In other matches, 3rd place Tivoli will take on Harborview. 5th place Waterhouse will face 7th place Dunbeholden, with Cavalier in 8th place meeting 12th place Treasure Beach at Sabina Park. Vere, who is in 6th place, will meet Portmore United in 4th at Wembley Centre of Excellence, and Humble Lions will travel to Draxhall to face last place Limehall Academy. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this radio station. If you ever miss the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. Icon.